which is a pretty good map for Zerg.
It is. A lot of wide open space, a lot of Ling counterattack lanes and whatnot. The speed zones are very nice for that, too.
Okay, so in the bottom left, we have a frequent Afrika World flyer. It is Zest, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming and representing them damn well.
And in the top right, it is Armani. Doesn't have a lot of success in Starcraft 2, but a very nice up-and-coming Zerg player. I believe in him.
I think Armani, if I recall correctly, he sort of maxed out at like a round of 8, or maybe he made like 1 round of 4 in the GSL.
I mean, round of 4 GSL is honestly no shame. Let's take a look real quick. GSL, back in 2020, Season 3, he did finish in the top 4.
Yeah, and
You're right.
that was where everyone was talking, because like he'd been around for quite a while with just sort of like Code A top 32 results. Then he finally had his breakthrough, and it's been back to more of the same ever since.
Guess who he beat to get into that semifinal?
Was it Zest?
It was Zest.
Dun dun dun!
Zest wants his revenge.
Zest is like, I remember thousands of StarCraft games ago, years ago.
Almost a year ago. It's just October.
2021?
2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that sounds right. It seems like a long time ago.
Time has no meaning, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they officially played on October 16th. So,
Huh.
I bet he remembers.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but it has been rather radio silence from Armani since then.
Yes, totally. His results page is completely empty except for that. So, at least as far as premier tournaments go and finishes. So,
I believe we did also have him in another Afrika World at some point, and the results were not fantastic since then.
Nope. I agree.
So we'll see. Maybe he will show some of that magic play, something really to catch Zest off guard. I'd love to see it. I, for one, welcome another Zerg player who may perform very well.
Yeah, I don't see why not. More Zerg players facing off against higher level Protoss can hold their own. Always nice. Hey, look, it's a Stargate. What?
What? No way.
No.
On
Stargate
Juggernaut
opening.
and PvZ?
I mean, yeah. even odds here, it's a Void Ray or an Oracle.
Could be both.
Could be a Phoenix too. Could
maybe.
be. I'm not
Could
saying
be.
that's common.
It's not. Ever since the Void Ray became fast, Protoss were like, who needs Phoenixes?
Hey, look, a Void Ray. All right. Yeah,
like-
for those of you who've been living under a rock for the last year, the last balance patch for StarCraft 2, which is over a year ago now, made Void Rays build faster, cost less, and move more quickly. Whoop. Pretty good stuff.
10 Lings on the way for Armani.
That's a lot of Lings.
For this stage of the game, that is quite a few.
Well, and you can't... Again, with the Void Ray, you can't get anything done with them. This is a waste. This is a total waste from Armani. Because this isn't defensive. He's running them. Look. He's running them across. You don't make 10 Lings right now to defend with those.
Void Rays can be pretty... Well, I mean, they're quick, but then they're also slow at killing Lings.
Yeah, but it's only 10. It's not like he has to kill 40.
Yeah, I don't agree with this, going in and showing the Lings already. Now Zest just has to be like, oh, pay extra attention to my third base.
Yeah.
He might have wandered with the Void Ray otherwise, I think.
That's true.
And then maybe Armani could have pulled a quick one on the third, but since he showed his hand, basically, there's no way Zest is going to leave this base unattended.
Yeah, he showed up too early and showed himself. So yeah, those are the two mistakes that he made there. We have seen players like Raynor show up at just the right time, right when that Nexus is coming in, and they just, bam, they jump on it fast, they kill it fast, and they get out of there.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, it's hard to time, and that's what Armani was going for and just failed.
Yes, maybe he should have ran in, say, one Ling first, and then, if the time's right, send in the rest. But yeah, showing them like that, I think, just for the initial check, quite a mistake.
Totally. So now these Lings have approximately no value.
Yeah.
I mean, they're forcing Zest to kind of pay more attention over here, but other than that, it's not a big deal.
That could have been 5 drones, right?
Yeah. And 5 drones at 3-4 minutes is massive. It is so big for your economy.
Oh, and look at this. He's like, oh, just get out, do something. I made these lings. They got to do something.
Nope.
We are going to be seeing what I feel is going to be a walk of the queens, though.
You know, if you don't want to deal with a sky toss.
Adepts, though. Lots
yeah.
of adepts.
A lot of adepts.
This is a crazy game already.
All
the
right.
Void Ray runs into the queens and says, nope.
Nope. And see, when we say the Void Ray is faster, yeah, it's important on offense, but the bigger deal is that they can run away. It used to be Void Rays couldn't run from situations like this, and they would die, and that made them worse, and now they can run another great.
Okay, Ravagers on the
so
way.
important.
Lots more lings on the way. I love this choice from Armani, honestly, to be like, yeah, I'm probably not going to beat Zest on Juggernaut, where he'll probably turtle the Sky Toss, as he's been planning to. But this is looking like a lethal all-in. Zest is going for a counterattack with his Adepts. He's going to try and buy time to get out a Dark Shrine. But in comes the Queen's Ravagers and a boatload of lings. 40 lings in all for Armani. And Zest is practically nothing back at home.
He doesn't, but he can buy time at the wall and with the shield batteries. Meanwhile, Armani's entire economy is getting obliterated. We'll see how these lings do, but they don't have any upgrades, and they're just kind of dying here.
Yeah, Resonating Glaive Adept's pretty darn good.
Yeah, no queen support whatsoever. So just trying to get the queens in range of the Void Rays is so hard.
And then there's the battery overcharge, and the queens just lack the DPS. There can be corrosive biles to force the voids to move regardless. Zest loses both his voids.
Little sloppy there. Both the Void Rays die is a big deal. The Adepts get surrounded. Some roaches help clear this out. It's 50. Ooh, never mind. 35 to 48 workers. 54 to 16 army supply, though. If these lings come down and they can get on top of these stalkers, suddenly Zest is in a lot more trouble.
But then the DTs, I totally forgot about them. There's no lair.
Did we? No, okay, all right. Well, that's defended.
Armani's
GG.
like, right. Drones and spores and a lair, I guess.
Yep. There. Oh, hang on. Third base under attack, though. Can he get that? Nope. Armani gets chased away from the third by the DTs and a handful of stalkers, and yeah.
Oh, wow. So much happened in this game, in this series already. Yeah, lings are going to try and get on in, but the door is shut. Yes. Does Armani just start pumping units again, get an Overseer, and go for round 2, you think?
Hard to say. I mean, it sure looks like Armani is way behind. His worker count is not healthy. He's got an army that can't do anything against Zest right now. Zest is very intelligently going for this ground-style army. 5 more gateways are coming in. 6. Nice creep tumor. Let's go.
Yeah,
push it, Armani. Push the
this should
tumor.
be going.
There it is.
Yeah, that should be a pretty high priority if he is going to be planning on going for another attack, which I think seems probably like the best choice for the Zerg at this point. Armani has gone up to quite a high number of drones. So we'll see if he's going to be on the offensive side of this or the defensive side of this. Infestation Pit goes down, so probably going to be just defensive play from the Zerg.
Yeah, he probably needs to expand again. I'd say right now would not be a bad thing.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, but I mean, beyond this one.
Oh, a 5th.
Uh-huh. Maybe along that right side, because Zest is playing pretty defensively. He does have a War Prism, but I don't know. I just feel like Armani needs to take some risks to get ahead here because he's not in a good position.
I mean, he's not in a terrible position. Zest was committing to the Sky Toss play, and then that basically got just abandoned once the attack happened. The Void Rays died, so Zest is left with +1 air attack, even though he only made like 2 Void Rays this game.
It's not too late. We've seen plenty of Protoss do a mid-game ground army and then tech switch into Sky Toss
That's
later.
true, but it would be quite a while for Zest to get there. And
True.
so as long as
Ling
Armani...
counterattack.
Ooh. Okay, gets a pylon. As long as Armani can hold here with his lings or with his roaches and ravagers, then he's just up against a Protoss with not a formidable amount of tech, really. Like, Zest has
No.
got Archons and Blink Stalkers. That's not that good against a Zerg who is on his way to Lurkers.
No, definitely not. There's no Disruptors here, no Colossus, no Storm. Yeah, this is a rough composition for Zest, you're right. For him to get something done here is going to be pretty hard to do. I mean, these Archons can't even really close within distance of the Ravagers. The Ravager range is really good in this situation. Zest just kind of sharking around and killing creep, which, sure, the safe thing to do, and it gets you value, but it just gives Armani more time for that Lurker Den to finish. Yeah, man, Zest is just not committing. He's got an army on the left side there, as well as this one on the right side. He might go for that fourth. Yeah, go for the fourth, and then if Armani overreacts to it on the left side, come in on the right side with your army.
Yeah, we'll see.
Armani's army is not split. Everything he has is at this third base on the right side.
Yeah, both players very large armies. Zest almost maxed out, Armani maxed out. Here comes in the Archons and the Zealots. This is going to force a quick reaction by Armani. He segments off Roaches to deal with this, but that fourth is likely going to perish.
Yeah, that fourth is super dead. Yeah, Armani just doesn't have the vision on that left side. He didn't have the army split to cover it at all. Zest took full advantage of that. And Zest just kind of picking Armani apart here. 3 base to 3 base now.
In comes Zest again. He goes for an offensive blink, gonna surround those Roaches, but as far as the fight goes, it might still not go bad for Armani, but then the supply really does tell a story here. Somehow Zest just has managed to build up a much larger force. He's killed off the Zerg's fourth base, pardon me. And yeah, Armani is in a bit of a rough spot. 2 Archons do go down there.
Nice corrosive bile. But Armani on 3 base and Zest on 3 base. The longer this goes, the worse it is for the Zerg player. I mean, there isn't a great answer for these Lurkers, but you know what? If you blink on top of them, Zealots flanking from the bottom side there too. That's it. GG Zest takes game 1.
That game could have gone a lot of directions. I did not expect it to go that one.
It could have, but then Zest just continued perfect warp in timings, getting more and more Archons, more and more Stalkers, making sure he had detection to deal with Lurkers as necessary, and then just a small army split, gets the 4th base, and that was it. Like, I don't know what Armani even does from that position to get back into the game. So, well done to Zest, looking pretty good there in the last couple minutes of that match. We'll see what he does in game number 2, which is on Romanticide.
I guess the main thing that Armani has to do there is just keep the 4th alive and split his army correctly.
Yes, I think even just having vision over on that left side would have made all the difference in the world. If he sees those warp-ins happening, then it's much easier to know how much to split off and how much to defend with. Blah. So yeah, Armani got some weaknesses, obviously, as we're seeing here, but it is a 5-game series. 1 game is not the end of the world. We're going to move into Romanticide here. Thanks everybody for using the Matcherino code at this point. You can go ahead and go to the link above the chat here, log in using any number of things, and then just click the button that says use the coupon code. You don't have to remember a code anymore. Just click the button. It'll add it to the prize pool. Bam. I believe we have a whole bunch of them remaining here, so be sure to get in there.
Hit that Matcherino up.
Do it.
All right, in the top left, it's Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Zest.
In the bottom right, it's a suit and it's Armani.
A suit?
Yeah, Armani suits. It's a high quality brand.
Huh.
Yep.
Is it something I could afford?
Probably not.
Okay, that's probably why I haven't heard of it.
Yeah. It's on my mind because the latest episode of What If from the Disney Plus Marvel show has Doctor Strange, and he's wearing an Armani, and they comment on it. So
that's already out, huh?
The What If show?
Yeah.
We're on episode 4 today. 5 is next week.
Okay, and that's a completely different universe, right?
So it basically takes existing scenarios from the MCU and makes alternate versions of them.
Okay.
So this one was, what if Doctor Strange is in love with somebody and she dies the night of his accident rather than he loses the use of his hands?
Huh.
What does he do, right? So that's what it was.
Armani, what are you doing?
What was that?
Is this guy eating a sandwich or something while he's playing?
Licking an ice cream cone.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, pretty standard place to expand down here on Romanticide. Allows your creep spread to get started pretty darn quick, and it's not that long of a rush distance.
Yeah, I was playing a TvZ earlier today, and I was scouting the space, and I was like, where is it, Zerg? Turns out you just expanded over here.
Hey, surprise.
Okay. Yeah, I liked Armani's approach in the last game. Like, the idea of going for the Lings, trying to shut down the third, throw the Protoss off very early, not executed correctly, but I liked the decision. And then just the Queen Walk, I think that was great. But then it was just with Zest play getting the Adepts to the side, and Armani not having anything else to help deal with that besides Lings back at home, it really screwed him up.
Yeah, and just not having any detection at all. He had the army to do a ton of damage to Zest, but the DTs changed everything.
Yeah, it's interesting. Stargate for Zest once again. Oracle on the way.
Oh, no Void Ray this time.
I like this positioning too by Zest, kind of as close to the Zerg travel, or as close to the Zerg space as possible, keeping the travel distance down. Kind of unique spot there.
Yeah, not bad. It's important to understand the maps that you're on.
Armani might not expect an Oracle just this quickly. He has a Spore on the way now. 20 seconds till that Oracle gets across the map. Let's see.
Yeah, Spores build real fast, though.
They do. Yeah, okay, it'll be done.
He'll be fine. Yeah. That is... I think that was a buff, wasn't it? A couple of years ago, they made Spore Crawlers uproot and burrow faster. And then also build faster, I think, too.
Even... Oh, build quicker, eh?
Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it was just the
You're definitely right
uproot
about the uproot and unroot, because it did used to take, like, years.
Yeah, and dealing with Liberators was an absolute nightmare. I remember that.
I was thinking about advanced ballistic Liberator rushes the other day, and I thought, why ain't nobody done that for a while?
That's a good question.
I think it's because just once you got the fusion core, you may as well build a battle cruiser. Okay. I actually killed the Spore there, so drone and Spore Crawler money. Nice damage by Zest. Oh, and a third Oracle on the way. Wait, that's a fourth.
What? Is this Haz? Did Haz take over Zest keyboard?
It's been a minute since I've seen this play.
I don't... Okay.
It's completely the right call by Zest, because Armani's making, like, nothing but Lings.
And a whole ton of queens, though, which is kind of the whole point here.
Zest warps in another 5 Adepts as well. So
but roaches are on the way now, so we have answers.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never say it's a bad thing to have 5 Oracles.
I will. It was good for that one tournament where they were broken. They were literally broken in the code. I'm not saying that figuratively. I'm saying they were not working as Blizzard intended.
Yeah, but that was the way they've always worked.
Sure, but then Haz showed everybody how truly, truly broken they were, and they got fixed.
This is true. Yeah, once Neeb picked it up, everyone was like, okay.
Alright, that's enough of that. The queens are getting burned down by oracles. Like, sure, the roaches can win this fight on the ground, but the oracles are alive. Nope, more queens coming in. Oh my gosh. You just don't see a lot of oracle fighting against queen in StarCraft.
And the count, 2 dead oracles to 6 dead queens.
The adepts are being handled pretty effectively. Not a ton of drones have died here.
No. And
I think that was pretty well held by Armani.
Yeah, not terrible. And Zest keeping... The most notable thing for Zest play is that he is only on 2 bases.
Yeah.
He got up a fleet beacon. But yeah, he's on 2 bases. Now there's the 3rd. By God, I'm curious what he's gonna make. And ooh, a Nidusworm for Armani. A 39 drone Nidusworm up against a Protoss making 2 carriers. I dig it. I really dig this by Armani. Seeing if Zest is maybe being just a little too greedy, and as these Adepts get caught, that's quite nice for the Zerg. Queen.
Okay, I'm not going to complain.
Looks like there'll be maybe 5 queens by the time this Nidus is done. Currently there's only 3. Okay, Nidus in the main base. Great position here.
Oh, that's a sick position. And Zest is too worried about these lings to go looking for anything.
Armani's, I like his ideas this game. We'll see if it's going to work out for him.
I mean, the carriers are popping now.
Yeah,
that
Ravagers,
is,
Roaches.
That is the worst sound. You were not expecting it.
Okay, Armani even bringing drones with this, firing up some spore crawlers.
Yeah, nothing to really kill this air stuff.
That's the problem.
At all. Interceptors. Oh, no. I'm just eating up these roaches real fast. Another Nidus coming up. Queens are doing the can against the Interceptors. Spores are finishing.
Zest has been targeting the Ravagers, which the Interceptors deal a regular amount of damage to since they're not armored. And then, oh, the Oracles commit onto the Queens. My gosh, is Zest just fine?
He looks like it, yeah. He lost a couple of probes here. Super annoying. He's got a bunch of creep in his base, which sucks. Are the spores actually killing these interceptors, though? Kinda. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
I don't like there's 10 of them, but, you know, they're doing work. 15 probes die. Zest is at 42. Another Nidus comes up. I think it's just kind of overkill at this point. Why? Maybe to focus the attention there instead of in here in the main base. Dude, these roaches, if they get behind the mineral line...
I think Armani's just seeing what sticks at this point, if I'm being honest.
He's just, I don't know, it's feeling like a death trickle. Where,
I mean, there's
as a Zerg player, you can really get yourself into trouble by just trickling units over and over. Yeah, see. He kind of either needed to win with that or, like, kill so many probes. Or go back home and drone. Like, continuing to just send few units in at a time is just not ever gonna work for Zerg, usually. I qualify my statement.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes, miraculously, it can work, but it's bad. Young Zerg players, low-level Zerg players, don't do that. Have an attack. If it doesn't work, don't trickle in units over time and time again. You're just throwing stuff away. Go back home and drone up. Drone.
I mean, it looked cool. Everything Armani's done this series has looked cool. It just hasn't worked.
I mean, he got, what, 3 Nidus Worms down in Zest bases? That's pretty awesome. He just didn't have the anti-air to handle the carriers at all. Queens are fun, spores are fun, but once he saw the carriers, he really probably should have just gone home and droned up.
Yeah.
He just didn't have anything to kill it.
Sometimes you're at the point of no return, though, as Zerg, and that's just the reality.
Yeah, but I do think the better chance was for sure going home. Would he have won if he'd done that? I don't know, probably not, but smart choices are smart choices. I love that Armani has a Rainer portrait. That's pretty good.
I mean,
what a world we live in where...
bit like Rainer.
He is. He's inspired by the kid. Absolutely. For good reason.
Okay. Now, in the bottom right-hand side, he's looking to make it to the finals of another Afrika World. It's Zest.
And in the top left, it's Armani. What a weird world we live in where young Koreans are looking up to an Italian.
Yeah, Armani's not that young, though, is he?
No, you're right. I always assume players that I haven't heard a ton of are young, and that's not fair.
I mean, to be fair, if you ever told me like 6 years ago, like, oh yeah, an Italian kid is the best in the world.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, what?
Yeah, I mean, Armani's 25, so. I guess he's young to me. Because I'm old.
Okay. Ah. Sholan Ho, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of your name, says Armani asked about Zest build. Zest said it's for anti-queen, which seems to have done him well.
Yep. Smart.
Very smart. Now, this is actually Zest's, like, last sort of season, is it not?
I don't know.
Or
what are you looking at?
As far as going into the military after this.
Yeah, his service is pending.
Mm-hmm. So I believe this is Zest's, like, last Code S season. So we're going to have to invite him to all the Africa worlds.
Yeah, for sure. Get a lot of Zest out here. Yeah, won a GSL back in 2016, won an IEM back in 2015, another GSL back in 2014, and another one back in... He had a good 2014, man.
Didn't he win one in, like, 2018 or something?
Home Story Cup in 2017. He got a second place finish.
Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, he beat
season
TY.
2016 season 1. Yep, 4-2 TY. Funny, it says his winnings for that were $33. That seems inaccurate. Wikipedia maybe needs to get that updated.
33 big ones.
Winning a GSL, no big deal.
Now I get why he plays in so many online cups these days. Okay, so it's Void Rays. Or a Void Ray.
This is what Void Rays are good at.
It must be awful looking through an Overlord's eyes as it's getting killed by a Void Ray.
It's like burning its eyes out with lasers.
It just sees this Void Ray flying up to it, and then the Void Ray starts shooting it. It's like, ow, that hurts. And then the Void Ray is like, you know what? I really hate Overlords. Prismatic alignment.
He dies super fast.
Onslaught says hi. Hello. Oracle for Zest nets himself 1 kill.
About average these days. Two's good, three's amazing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But one's fairly normal. Revelation gets tossed down inside the main base of Armani. So there's really nothing to see. Armani's just droning his face off. He's already up to 49 workers. Getting +1 melee attack for his Lings and his Banelings and his Ultralisks. If we end up getting there, not that we have at all today. No Banelings, no Ultralisks made at all.
Ultras are pretty rare in PvZ these days, or ZVP.
They are, but if your Skytoss opponent kind of skimps on the Immortals, then Ultra's kind of running under the Skytoss army and killing the Templar is pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
But smart Protoss are usually bringing Immortals along.
Mm-hmm. And it's pretty rare that games get to that point.
Get to late game Skytoss?
Well, I mean... Okay, it's not that common, but yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it anyway.
Yeah, oh, that's fair. I love the Void Ray Patrol. Like, the pilot in there is just kind of getting sick, right? Just abrupt about face, abrupt about face. Oh, thank goodness I don't have to... Oh, we're back to it.
Well, it's not... Yeah, it's not... Like, those things turn around in a second. Where's all that momentum going?
It's... I mean, can Protoss get concussions?
I don't know. Do they have brains?
I assume so.
Okay, now here's a question. If one Protoss gets like a concussion, do all other Protoss go like, ah, because of the Kala?
Man, what a weakness of the Kala. Although the call is gone now. If you played through Legacy of the Void, so
canonically, it's gone.
Point.
Is there a zealot around? Like, did they? Is that actually a thing? Did they remove the zealots' tendrils or whatever?
No, not in game.
Okay, because they did in the campaign, but not in the actual MP.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be a major weakness of the Kala if like the pain and debilitation of one soldier affected everybody else.
They just got sympathy pain.
Yeah. Probably not how it works.
I mean, they're all connected, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so we're just clearing out creep tumors with, 5 Void Rays, 4 Void Rays, no problem. What does Armani have to deal with 4 Void Rays?
8 queens?
Pretty good.
Now the concern is, what's he going to have to deal with 2 carriers after? 3 carriers.
Yeah. That apparently is Hydralisks. I don't feel good about this.
Yeah, it's not easy dealing with Sky Toss. What is the best thing Armani could do right now?
Right now, throw down a Spire. He's trying. He does stuck. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how that helps you exactly, but maybe later lurk. Oh my gosh, Banelings!
Great warping by Zest.
Yeah, Banelings do
a Bane.
Some of the job, but not enough. Cybercore's gonna die. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
No further upgrades. He's got to rebuild the Cyber for sure. Flux Veins coming in. We're committing to some Void Rays here. 2 more on the way.
Yeah, Zest actually goes back to 3 Void Rays, no carriers. Cancels the Voids, though. Is he going to make carriers? Yeah. Yeah, he must have maybe saw that it was Hydras, because as I was about to say, Zerg's making Hydras. You don't want more Void Rays. Oh. Did Discord just have a boop? Hello? Falcon! Alright guys, we might have lost Falcon. Or maybe Falcon lost me. Oh. Looks like the Discord has betrayed I. So we'll go ahead and restart that and hopefully find Falcon. Not to miss what's going on in this game, we have got Armani going for Dropper Lords. 18 Hydras and 11 drones on the way, so this guy's got production. Huh. Interesting that the Discord servers have died. Yeah, we'll give Discord another minute. I'll try reconnecting. Yeah, everything's fine on the stream end. That's why it's quite bizarre. Discord just decided to nope out of here. Okay, Baneling drop being attempted by Armani. Quick reaction by Zest. Armani tries to load some of the Banes up, keep him alive. Looks like he got 16 probes all in all. Not bad. For Zerg, who's on 93 drones, loading up on Vipers.
Good. Does drop Zest down to 65 workers, which is not ideal. Okay, we got some Vipers coming in. We also got a Lurker Den getting started here, too. So as far as abducting individual carriers goes, that is excellent in this situation. Abducting them into balls of Hydras can be very, very good. You have to worry about the feedback, though, which High Templars, they are the answer to this. And the answer, there are 0 High Templar on the field right now.
Hello,
Mothership's getting started. Oh, you're here now. All right.
Yeah, my Discord dropped. I don't know if yours did or if that was just on my end.
Must have been just on your end.
Huh. That was weird, because, yeah, the stream and everything was fine.
Yeah. Stream was fine. Your obsing was still working. I just couldn't hear you say anything.
All right. Good thing late game PvZ takes a while, so we had time for Discord to reconnect.
So I was just noticing that we don't have any High Templar yet to use feedback on the Vipers. So for the time being, Viper abduct on these carriers is going to be really good.
Yeah. I gotta say, the way that Armani is confidently approaching this game, you would not think he was the guy who was walking queens in game number 1.
No, he looks good. He's feeling good. Oh, there are some High Templar out. Okay. Those must have warped in while I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so some great abducts here. This is fantastic. Zest did lose about 18 probes as part of that Baneling drop that you saw. So the economy not as hot for Zest as it wants to be.
Oh, High Templar's getting picked off.
Burrow getting researched and seismic spines, and now we're firing up 2 spires. I think this is Armani saying, okay, I do need a corruptor ball against these carriers. We'll have to see. I mean, the longer the game goes on, the more it's harder to rely on Hydras in this situation.
Yeah. I agree. Once the Protoss really gets their upgrades all the way there, it's just so hard to get the pickoffs you need before you're stormed into oblivion or whatever. I like the way Armani's like confidently approaching this. He's got 1 trillion spores. I'd like to see him try and get up another hatchery or 2 as soon as possible.
Yeah, especially that bottom left.
Yes.
The other available bases are a little bit too close to Protoss territory to feel comfortable there, but eventually you gotta end up there anyway. +3 air weapons and +3 ground attack is coming in at the same time.
Yeah, no armor for Zest or anything just yet. He's attacking into the spores. Time Warp goes down. Vipers are out on the map. Parasitic Bomb goes down.
Feedback. There's the Storm, which I'm not even sure if you need the Storm here. The Hydras are just so squishy against these carriers. But the Storm is just a coup de grace there.
Mothership gets abducted. That's quite nice. The Interceptor count is dropping quite significantly for the Protoss, but then there is the Psy Storm behind it, so yeah, what do you do here as Armani burrowing lurkers to help zone out the ground force, repositioning spores? He's trying to juggle a million things as Zest is coming on in. Lurker's going to reposition yet again, but Zealots and Void Rays.
This just feels like one of those games where the Protoss shows up with an army, kind of parks somewhere, and just wins.
Yeah, that seems about it. Good abduct to cancel the Zealot warping, but the production for